Lee and Chuck Norris. Both Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris are legendary icons of martial arts, and their lives were in certain aspects different, yet also similar. Lee's original name was Lee Jun Fan, and in 1940 he was born in California to immigrant parents from Hong Kong. He spent his childhood in pursuits such as acting, dancing, and poetry. Eventually, he became a renowned martial artist, master, and movie star. We will never know how far his career would have gone if he hadn't died at the age of 32 due to a mysterious cerebral edema induced by a possibly prescribed painkiller. Norris was also born in 1940 and became a famous martial artist. In the 60s, he became a karate instructor and owner of over 30 schools, forging a career as one of the greatest martial arts fighters. Now, as many martial arts movie enthusiasts know, the two legends faced off on screen, and their epic battle in The Way of the Dragon at the Colosseum is possibly one of the genre's greatest successes. However, the question is, was that their only interaction, or is there more? Did their status as high-profile martial artists make them mortal enemies or loyal allies? Or did they simply not talk to each other? According to Chuck Norris, they got along very well. In fact, he and Lee not only knew each other, but spent time together, and even fought on occasion. Norris has described Lee as extremely charismatic and friendly, both in person and on the big screen. On the other hand, it seems that Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris genuinely enjoyed spending time together and clearly had a lot of respect for each other's skills and philosophy. They first met at the 1967 All-American Karate Open Championships at Madison Square Garden, where Lee demonstrated his techniques and Norris won the championship. The two men started talking and discussed their respective fighting philosophies. After that, Lee and Norris became good friends. Over the next 2 years, they would meet in Los Angeles to train in Lee's backyard, a routine that only ended when Lee moved to Hong Kong to literally kickstart his film career. Interesting fact, everyone knows that Norris is the master of high kicks and spins, and he convinced Lee to use that type of attack. Norris explained, "Bruce had philosophies that differed from mine. He said, 'I think it's only worth kicking below the waist. I don't think one should kick above the waist.'" On the other hand, Norris explained that one can kick their opponent wherever they deem necessary, and supported his argument by demonstrating a series of high kicks. This impressed Lee so much that he soon began incorporating Norris's high-kicking techniques into his own repertoire. To be fair, Lee had already performed quite a few high kicks on screen by then, so it's not that Norris taught him a new skill. Still, Lee fondly remembered his former training partner. Years later, when looking for a worthy opponent, he called his old friend Chuck to make a new martial arts film called The Way of the Dragon. The rest is history.